right, we are here at Alphaland, about to attempt lat pulls at 300 pounds. So I'm gonna first warm up my hips. So I've already done my mobility work. My psoas is really tight, so loosening that up, it feels actually really good compared to what it did feel like when I walked in. But I am about to do cable abductors, more for the hip swing. So I'm gonna record it rather than the abduction. Like obviously I'll feel the contraction in my glute, but I'm more looking for that hip swing and mobility of my joint, my hip joint, so that it just loosens up before I go and try and attempt these right pulls. So very pumped, very excited. Let's go. Alright, we're ready. So let's start with the setup. So I'm gonna do, today I'm gonna pull from right below the knee. You can do rack pulls from above the knee, right below the knee, even like kind of like an inch above the knee to half an inch above the knee to right below the knee and an inch or two below the knee. So you can pull from everywhere. The higher up, the more weight you can pull. So again, that's just the upper part of a deadlift, right? So so for today, I'm gonna do right below the knee. So that's what it's set up for. And I'm gonna start with, I'm just put 135 on the bar and see how it feels. And I literally will just go up. I'll do like 2 to 3 reps as I warm up, and I'll just work my way up to pull in whatever I end up pulling for my working set. So working sets of 3 sets of 8 to 12 is my working sets. So I'll just do 2 to 3, and then eventually 1 pull for work as I work up, based on how everything feels. So I literally just put on the bar, see how it feels. That's it. So here we go. All right, I just did 265 for 2, and before I did 135 for 3, 225 for 2, and then 265 for 2, and it feels like 265 pounds. So I'm gonna start working up in a smaller increment. So I'm gonna put 275 on, so 10 more pounds, see how it feels. I need to, my grip, I widen it a little bit for this last set. I just need to make sure that I widen my grip to engage my lats. And just remember, sit back and sit down, sit back and sit down. So that's my cues. Block your lats, sit back, sit down, chest high, chin is tucked, and pull. So I really don't even think about pulling, I think about pushing the bar up through my feet. So, all right, see how it feels. 265 felt good for 2, and I think like with rack pulls, it's easy to just let the bar crash or lose tightness, lose control as you put the bar down. That's not what I like to do. I like to just maintain control. So I like to lay, I think, silent on the rack, silent as I go back down, so I don't just drop it. So yeah, as long as I stay in control, that's my biggest thing. And this goes to all of them, deadlifts, everything. I don't drop the plates on the floor. It's just a control thing. I want to be able to control it. So I'm gonna put 10 more pounds for 2. That was 275. Sorry, 275. I'm gonna put 285. See how it feels for 1. I always see how it feels for 1, and then I'll do 2, unless I'm just like, yeah, this feels too good. And then after 2, I'm like that'll be right now my max for this as I work my way up. But so 285, see how it feels. All right, 285 for 2, and they felt good, but I am gonna stop. I am gonna do another set of 2 with 285. I did feel like if I went up, so like I feel like if I need if I pulled the bar, if I pulled from a little bit higher, I could probably keep going up. But since I made the decision to not pull from that high place, right below the knee, if I go up at this point, I'm gonna start to round my lower back. And I could feel that, and I could see that in the video. and it wasn't bad. Like my core did, like I don't feel it in my lower back right now. Like if I had pain in my lower back, I wouldn't even do another set. But I don't, because you don't ever want to feel that. So I knew I would never not feel that. Anyway, but since I did feel my lower back round just a little bit, and I saw it in the video, I'm just gonna stay at 285 for sets, one more set of 2, and then I'm gonna drop it down to probably like 145 and see how that feels for sets of 8. And then if I feel I could go up to 250. If I had the bar starting a little higher, I could get underneath my knees, underneath the bar a little bit more, to have a little bit more bend or hinge in my knee, to extend my knee and have that power from the knee extension. But again, since I didn't make that decision initially, I'm not gonna do that, and so I'm not gonna push anymore. So with the bar being where it is, I only have so much knee extension that I can do with my spine staying in the neutral place that I want it to stay in. So I'm very happy with these. They feel good. Like, yeah, they feel good. So I will 285 one more time for sets of 2, or one set of 2, and then I'll drop it and we'll keep going. Alright, so my last set of 2 at 285 felt good. Still confident with what I said as far as not going up. And the thing with with the way that I train, and then even with my girls, like setting intentions for your lifts. So I probably could have hit 3, maybe even 4. Sometimes I'll go up one at a time. Like a lot of things I just do one at a time, but not when I'm pushing like this. So 1 rep at a time, I'll just keep going until I can't say that I can hit another rep, you know. But this is just a way to keep you safe, is you set your intention. 2 is my intention. If I were to do 3, that would go back on what I said, and what I said was something I knew that would keep me safe, right? Because I don't want to get hurt. So could I have pulled 3? 100%. Could I have pulled 4? Probably so. But I'm not going to. It doesn't matter if I can. Just because you can, doesn't mean you should, right? So just saying, that's just a way of building self-trust, 1, and then just saying safe. And so speaking that intention, and I do it every set, every single set. Like I'll write 285 in this case. I write in my training book 2 in parentheses. That's what I want to hit, and then I write what I hit. So just setting that intention and then staying adherent to that. In this case, 100% staying adherent to that. And some cases, some lifts that that it's not like safety isn't something that I'm always worried. I'm always thinking about safety, but there's a lot of things that I'll do 1 more than my parentheses, because I like that habit of doing 1 more, right? But there's, again, a boundary of what is when that comes into play. So here, set my intention, did it, that's it, leave it there. So I'm about to drop it to 245, 4 sets of 8 to 12, and see how it feels. stay here for 2 more sets of probably 8, 9 if I'm feeling fun. And yeah, I'm happy with these. And yeah, happy with these. I'm like, a lot of songs right now, well, not a lot of songs, but some songs are triggers of emotion because of all the things, you know, with Andy. And sometimes if I don't control that, you can control it differently, right? You can change it all together, change the song altogether. But the exposure therapy is being able to listen to songs, or is, in my case, like there's a lot of exposure therapy with things, but what I'm doing right now is exposure and using that as fuel. So exposure therapy that is making my emotions high, and for me right now, it's giving me power, it's giving me energy. Sometimes, like I said, I don't. Sometimes I gotta change it all together, or sometimes I'll just like start tearing up. So this song by Florida Georgia Line, Good Girl Bad Boy, it's a trigger song. So whew, yeah, just gonna work through it and control. So yeah, so we're gonna see how it goes. Just teared up first time, probably just talking about it, but we're gonna work through it. We're not gonna change the song. We're gonna draw back our focus. Pull 285, pull 245 for 8 concentrated reps, and just build everything. Alright, 245, sets 8, 1 set 8. Felt better than the first set. Alright, 1 more set. And yeah, just using the emotions for energy, and it's working. So 1 more set, and like I said, that one felt real good. So here we go. set. I hit 9. Very proud. Whew. Considering I haven't done these in a long time. I can't remember the last time I've done them, to be honest with you. Rack pulls. Felt good. Very proud. Woo, oh Lord. Yeah, felt good. So, on to rows, back, lateral pull downs, things like that. So, hopefully, y'all like this type of video. Hopefully, it was educational and inspirational and all the things. So, that's it for today. I'm going to finish my workout and then